Just like automotive and motorcycle manufacturers, the boating industry is facing the reality of a zero-emission future as the world comes to grips with climate change and carbon emissions. I caught up with the CEO of Vision Marine Technologies, which is an EV boat and electric outboard motor maker based in Canada. Previously known as the Canadian Boat Company, Alex Mongeong's company has grown to the point that it's getting into the EV outboard motor business.
After actually meeting a powerful team from Think Equity, a private banker who brought us on the NASDAQ November 2020, we were able actually to push and commercialize our eMotion 180 outboard that actually is the world's most powerful electric outboard in the market.
I think anyone is going to want a direct comparison between your eMotion 180E and what somebody might consider in a traditional combustion engine outboard. Give me a comparison.
You're looking about between 175 to 200 horsepower ICE engine outboard. We did build a few boats with ICE engine outboards to compare with the product that we are actually talking about. And we have better result with our electric outboards when it's an inboard system from Mercury engine, 4.3 liters, 180 horsepower, even with the 175 from Mercury outboard also. But the nicest part of it, it's quiet, and it will cost you less than $5 instead of over $100 of fuel for the same usage.
One of the positives about electric boats and outboards is that in many cases the infrastructure to recharge the batteries is already in place. For owners that keep their boats in their garage, they'll likely be charging at home and heading to the boat ramp with a full charge. For those at dock at marinas, shore power is often available. Of course, when it comes to EVs of any type, one of the first questions people ask is, how much range does it have?
If you're taking a brand new boat on the production line and you're making it electric with our system, you'll be looking about 50, 60 nautical miles on a boat that has about 20 to 28 feet, under 4,000 pounds.
By comparison, Alex says, based on his company's tests, an equivalent Mercury outboard engine would do about 70 nautical miles in the same conditions. Vision Marine Technologies claims its 180E is the world's most powerful electric outboard with 180 horsepower that's powered by a 60 kilowatt battery. While electricity is significantly cheaper than gas or diesel, the upfront cost of an electric outboard is still steep.
Motor for motor, you're looking about $5,000 more for a fully electric outboard. Where it's changed, it's actually the fuel tank that comes with the ICE engine outboard compared to our battery pack. This is where the price is actually not matching at all, but it will change, and it's changing slowly. By 2025, you'll be probably looking about $15,000 for a battery pack. As we speak, you're looking about $45,000 to $50,000 depending the setup. But our system is about $75,000 US, but it includes a complete system: charger, battery pack, controllers, screens, everything that you need to rig your system. When you're buying an outboard from Yamaha or Suzuki, you're only buying an outboard. Then you have to purchase throttles, harness, screens, batteries, fuel tanks. At the end of the day, people are only looking at the price of the outboard, but there's much more to purchase when it's time to rig a boat. With our system, it's a little bit pricey, but it does come fully equipped. And as I just mentioned, a few years from now, we'll be probably at price parity from the ICE engine outboards. But as soon as you start using the product, you're getting much more for your money, because you don't have to purchase any fuel.
Back on the plus side, Alex estimates maintenance costs are about 90% lower because there are fewer moving parts. His outboards, which are available for pre-order at the time of this video's publishing, are a completely sealed system rated for more than 10,000 hours. Vision Marine Technologies will be selling its outboards through original equipment manufacturers that build 500 or more boats a year. The company also makes low-speed boats aimed at mariners that like exploring lakes and canals. Vision Marine Technologies has also found that women make up a big chunk of its customer base.
Apparently, the majority of your customers are women. So talk to me a little bit about your demos, since I would imagine that's a little unusual in the industry.
It's a little bit unusual in the industry because people are not really talking about that. But when you're purchasing a boat, you always need the consent of your wife. Even your car. If you don't ask your wife, you might sleep on the couch for a few hours, or you might not have the right to use your boats. Boats were purchased by women because we do different configuration with our boats, pink, baby blue. We do wild colors as our boats, and I do think that the outboard will be the same. When it's time to purchase a boat, it's a purchase that will be used for the next 5 to 10 years. You need to get the consent of the wife and the kids, and they have a better, let's say, eco-friendly footprint than the major male boaters. And at some point, once the male follow the leads of the wife, they're happy. I'm an avid boater. I used to race poker run. I was racing a 46 outer limit, and I love speeding. But at the end of the day, if you do try an electric outboard, you're gonna have more fun than your regular ice engine outboards that produce at over 1,500 horsepower, because you could actually talk with your friends in the boat, your kids, and if you have a smaller boat and you do some water sports, you can talk with them while they're actually in the water, tubing or skiing. Those things are impossible now with the ice engines and the smoke.
As an electric motorcyclist, that's something I can definitely appreciate. Being able to hear the sounds of nature while riding gives me a whole new sense of appreciation.
Who knows, in another decade, the air along our waterways may be just a little clearer, thanks to the EV boat revolution. It's just one more thing to look forward to as technology marches toward a zero-emission future. If you've enjoyed this episode, please give it a like and subscribe, and check out some of our earlier episodes. We'll see you again soon for another EV Rider.